female genital organ. The female genital organ, just like the male genital organ, could be divided into external genitalia and internal genitalia. We did not discuss in the lab of male genital organ the penis, testis, epididymis, and scrotum, because these subjects were discussed with the abdomen. But here we have to discuss both the external and internal genital organs because they are not involved with the anatomy of the abdomen. I will start with the randomly with the vagina. This is a vagina. It is a canal which is extending upward and backward from the vestibule of the vagina. This is the vestibule of the vagina. Of course, let us start with the external genitalia. External genitalia is formed of mons pubis, which is an elevation anterior to the body of pubis. This is the mons pubis. This mons pubis continues backward as the labia majora, and the labia majora is a fold of the vulva. So inside of the labia majora, this is labia minora, which is also a fold, but it is a thin fold that is devoid of fat, does not contain fat, just like the labia majora that is full of fat. Labia majora and mons pubis are full of fat, while labia minora is not containing a fat. And the labia minora encloses this space, which is called vestibule of the vagina, that contains the orifice of the urethra and the orifice of the vagina. You can see that the labia majora extends from the mons pubis to the perineum, and we will take the perineum next on. So this is labia majora, this is mons pubis, this is labia minora, this is the vestibule to the inside of the labia minora containing the orifice of the urethra and vagina. And you can see that the labia minora extends anteriorly to surround the clitoris. This is the clitoris, in which the labia minora divides to form the prepuce that surrounds the clitoris, the tip of the clitoris. So, going back to the vagina extends from the vestibule of the vagina upward and backward to the cervix of the uterus. This is the cervix of the uterus. The vagina is related anteriorly to the urethra and urinary bladder, while this posteriorly is related to the anus and to the lower part of the rectum. And the upper part of the vagina, which is this one, showing the lower part of the uterus. Actually, it is the lower part of the cervix of the uterus. The lower part of the cervix of the uterus protrudes into the vagina. And thus, you can see that there is a space of the vagina around the protruding uterus. This space of the vagina around the uterus, because the uterus is entering into the vagina, this space of the vagina is called fornix of the vagina. We have posterior fornix, anterior fornix, and laterally right and left fornix, or fornix. And the posterior fornix, posterior fornix of the vagina, is related to the recto-uterine pouch of peritoneum, which is called pouch of Derla. And that's why posteriorly the vagina relation must only include the anal canal, rectum, but in the upper part, behind the posterior fornix, is the recto-uterine pouch of Derla. Of course, the vagina is a muscular tube. That is all concerned about external genitalia in this sample and the vagina in this sample. Regarding the uterus, as you know, the uterus is formed of a body, which is an upper part, that is the free movable part, and a lower cylindrical part, which is the cervix. The body is piriform in shape. The lower part of the cervix is cylindrical in shape. And the lower part of the cervix, which is cylindrical, protrudes as I said in the interior wall of the vagina, and thus it is surrounded by the cornices of the vagina. You can see that the uterus is angulated. There is an angle between the body and the cervix. You can see this is the cervix, it takes that direction, and then this is the body, it takes that direction. So this angle is called angle of anti-flexion between the cervix axis and the body axis. Normally it is anterior angle, and that's why it is called angle of anti-flexion. Sometimes it is backward, and this is a variation, normal variation. It needs to have backward tilting of the body of uterus with the cervix. But normally, most commonly, the cervix and body have an angle which is flexed anteriorly, and so it's called angle of anti-flexion. And also you have an angle between the vagina that is directed backward and upward, and the uterus, which is called angle of anti-version. So normally the uterus has anti-flexion angle and anti-version angle, but sometimes the uterus is tilted backward and shows backward flexion and backward inversion. Other things in regard to that sample will be considered here. You can see that the uterus is covered by peritoneum. And I think in theory, you know that the peritoneum covers the superior surface of urinary bladder in female, but it does not extend to the back of superior surface. The back of superior surface of urinary bladder is bare area, it does not cover by peritoneum. And just before the back of superior surface, the peritoneum on the upper surface of the bladder is reflected to the anterior surface of the uterus. And again, it covers the top of the body of the uterus, which is called fundus of uterus, and then covers the whole posterior surface of the body, and it is standing into the posterior surface of the fornix of the vagina. It is also covered by peritoneum, and then the peritoneum is reflected to the rectum. And this hole on the inferior and posterior surface of the uterus extends laterally to form the broad ligament. So you can see here part of the broad ligament, but it is not shown here. I will show it in the other sample. And at the upper border of the broad ligament, this is the uterine tube. The uterine tube is formed of a part inside the muscle of the uterus, which is called intramural, and then a narrow 1/3, which is medial 1/3, which is called isthmus, then a wide lateral 2/3, which is called the ampulla, and then the fimbriae, which is shown here, with finger-like processes covering the ovary. So the uterine tube is at the tip or at the apex of the round ligament, of the broad ligament, sorry. And you can see that on the broad ligament posteriorly, the yellow color represents the ovary. The ovary is located on the back of the broad ligament, and it is attached by peritoneal fold to the back of the broad ligament, which is called mesovarium. This mesovarium divides the broad ligament into two parts. Part above it, which is mesosalpinx, and part below it, which is mesometerium. Anterior to the junction of uterine tube and the body of the uterus, this angle, the angle of junction between the uterine tube and the uterus, is called cannon of uterus. And the cannon shows anteriorly the round ligament, which is simulating the vas deferens or the spermatic cord nerve. But the cannon posteriorly shows the ligament of the ovary. This is the ligament of the ovary. beginning at the kernel, but posteriorly, posterior-anteriorly, and extending into the ovary. This is the ligament of the ovary. While this is the kernel, the junction of the uterine tube and the body of uterus. Anterior-anterior, this is the round ligament. While posterior-anterior, this is the round ligament. And finally, this is the suspensory ligament of the ovary, extending between the ovary and cells. This is cell, and this is the suspensory ligament. We will try to revise these structures on that sample also. Because we can look here, so lateral. The lateral view is very obvious. Of course, if I show it to you from there, this is the uterus, and that is the fold which is the broad ligament, and that is the uterine tube at the top of the uterine of the broad ligament, and the attachment of the uterine tube with the uterus is called kernel. The kernel posterior anterior to it, this is ligament of the ovary, and this is the ovary. While anterior to it, this is the round ligament. Of course, I must say this is posterior because here, this is the ovary. The ovary is attached posterior to the broad ligament. And this piece is the mesosalpinx. They are not so clear here, but everything is over. I'll go to the cadaveric sample. Just look to the cursor on the computer. This is the uterus, right? This is the uterus. And that is the ovary. So that is the uterus from behind, because this is the ovary. This is the uterine tube, right? And below it, this is the broad ligament, right? The ovary on that side. This is the ovary, and this is the broad ligament. The ovary is attached to the back of the broad ligament by suspensory ligament, by mesovaria, that divides the broad ligament into a part above it, which is called mesosalpinx, and part below it, which is called mesometerium. And the attachment of the ovary to the broad ligament is mesovarium. So mesometerium, mesosalpinx, and mesovarium. The mesoovarium connecting the ovary to the back of the broad ligament, and this mesoovarium divides the broad ligament into parts above it called mesosalpinx and parts below it called mesometerium. You can see that the surface of the ovary here is irregular because it is an ovary of menopause woman. The ovary before ovulation is smooth, but because after ovulation you reach period corpus albicans, that is fibrous tissue after formation of corpus luteum, so it shows folding of the surface of the ovary. Again, the structures are shown here, probably more clear. This is the uterine tube, this is the ovary, and the ovary is attached to the back of the broad ligament by mesovarium. And thus this mesovarium divides the broad ligament into parts above it, that's called mesosalpinx, between the mesovarium and the uterine tube, and part below it, which must be here, but it is cutting, called mesometerium. This is the uterine tube, and this is the mesosalpinx. Well, this is the mesovarium, and this is the ovary. We don't have a big part of the mesometerium to cut. That's all about it. And of course, the junction of the uterine tube with the body is called kernel, and this is the fungus of the uterus, of the tournament, right, and the tournament, which is the body of the uterus. And that is the cervix of the uterus protruding.
انا طلعت من الجو